Hello there. First, let's have a mazel tov to Eliza, who had a party for her bat mitzvah on last Sunday. And we're so sorry that their family couldn't be with us this summer as they had planned. And also that Rivka and Riel and Dahlia couldn't be with us this summer as they had planned. Big disappointment, but let's hope for the future. And that this dread disease should be totally eradicated. And happy birthday to Avi this coming Shabbos. There is an old saying by a philosopher named George Santayana: those who do not learn history are condemned to repeat it. So, if you put your hand on a hot stove and it burns, and you go, "Out!" and then the next day you put your hand there again, you didn't learn your lesson. I don't think that this philosophy is true for the Gentile nations. Their history is less in their control. But it's certainly true for the Jewish nation. The nations of the world rise and fall. Early empires, the Sumerians, and the Babylonians, and the Egyptians, and the Assyrians, and the Greeks, and the Romans, and the Holy Roman Empire, and the Eastern Roman Empire, and then various other groups that arose and just about conquered the world, took over everything, and then they collapsed. Hitler, Yamachshmel, said that his Reich, that is his government, would last 1,000 years. It lasted 12 years. The British in the 19th century ruled the world. They had the most powerful navy, and it was said that the sun never set on the British Empire. That is, they had conquered Australia and India and lots of other places, so that at any point in the day, the sun was shining on a British flag. The Jews have a consistent history. We rise, we succeed, we get persecuted, we get sent away, we rise somewhere else. What happened in Spain in 1492? Yes, Columbus, but obviously that's not what I'm asking. In 1492, the Jews in Spain were kicked out of the country. They're given a choice. You can become Christians, or you can leave, or you can die. And before that, the Jews had enjoyed great success in Spain. The rulers hired them as their personal physicians. They were very wealthy. But people got lazy. They enjoyed the pleasures of Gentile society instead of toiling in Torah, which is what we're here for. In Germany, Jews rose to the highest levels in education, in government, in the arts and science. And then in a few short years, they were being shipped to camps to be killed and burned. Because the majority of the Jews in Germany abandoned the Torah. When we hold on to the Torah, we prosper, we may not be rich. But who is wealthy? He was happy with what he has. As opposed to a certain president about whom a book was just written entitled Too Much and Never Enough. So, in this week's Parshas Ki Savo, we have blessings and curses. These are all set forth in chapter 28. There are 15 verses that describe the great blessings that will come upon us if we adhere to the Torah. There are 53 verses that tell us all the bad things that will happen, chas v'shalom, if we don't. Blessed shall you be in the city, blessed in the field, blessed the fruit of your womb, the fruit of the ground, the fruit of your animals, the offspring of your cattle, and your flocks, and your sheep, and your goats. Blessed shall be your fruit basket and your kneading bowl. Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed when you go out. Hashem will cause your enemies who rise up against you to be struck down before you. On one road they will go toward you, and on 7 roads they will run away. A whole lot of beautiful blessings here. Everything in the world that you could want. But it will be that if you do not hearken to the voice of Hashem your God, to perform all his commandments and his decrees that I command you today, then all these curses will come upon you. A curse shall be in the city, a curse shall be in the field. Hashem will strike you with lesions, with fever, burning heat, thirst, and sword. He'll make the rain of your land dust. You'll buy a field, but you won't plow it. You'll build a house, but they'll take it away from you. You'll go to marry a woman, and they'll take her away from you. Everything that you would hope for will be destroyed. This is our history. This is what happened in Spain and in Germany, where we were fully accepted, and life was great. And we were wealthy, financially, and cultured. In America, 9 out of 10 Jews who don't go to synagogues marry Gentiles. When that happens, it spells trouble for the Jewish people. So we have a very simple lesson to learn. Keep the Torah. Listen to Hashem's voice, that's the Torah, and obey his commandments. And we have a beautiful future. But if, chas v'shalom, we abandon the Torah and we don't listen to his commandments, then history, unfortunately, repeats itself. Shabbat Shalom.